Okay guys, we're inside of the first Descendant, and there is a lot going on with the most recent patch update having quite a positive feature for the whole community. We're going to take a look at a few things today, an article which just annoys me, to be completely honest, because you can't seem to please these article writers, and then we're going to move on into some of the best bits that you guys enjoy and some things that the game definitely needs next. So without any further ado, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. On top of that, get involved with our giveaway. We'll be announcing it this weekend. You guys have got your chance to win 1060 caliber in game. We know those skins are getting pretty damn pricey for your bank accounts, so we want to try and help out. If you want to get involved with it, head down to the comment section and put a cherry emoji, and you guys know why. Yep, those ultimate bunnies and vases are coming through hot. Anywho, pop the cherry emoji in the comment section, it'll enter you in. We'll announce it via the giveaway sector of the Discord via the link in the description. That being said, let's dive on into what we've got happening inside of the first Descendant today. So it seems, although players are absolutely gassed up about the game's recent update, article writers and platforms all over seem to be looking for the next click feature. This one right here is the first Descendant changes Destiny 2 lookalike icons, but Nexon still won't say how they ended up in the game. These sorts of bloody articles, dudes, you just need to stay away from. They are absolutely toxic beyond belief, and they are just looking for that next click. Yes, it is a bit of an annoyance that there is some copying going on when it came to the icons in-game, but overall, we've seen a hell of a lot worse, and the industry works on that narrative quite a lot. So if you have a popular game, the likelihood is there'll be somebody that utilizes some part of that aspect or utilizes some part of their game features, a bit like we have with Warframe and the route forward for that with some of the mechanics. We've seen this in some really extreme cases, such as the day before, which took pretty much everything from other games, but as an overall, I think the first Descendant have absolutely nailed this on the head, and the few icons being in game that they've now rectified, I don't see this as an issue, so let's just get over that one. Next up though, a comment which is absolutely lovely and received 1.4 thousand upvotes on Reddit, which for the first Descendant Reddit is actually pretty damn good. This right here states, the devs are actually based as hell. Why can't the whole gaming industry be more like this? Transparency and actually listening to the community's feedback and acting upon it on a reasonable timeline is something that is absolutely lacking from other companies, and I did not expect this from Nexon. Now, the one thing that I do find that we're finding with Nexon just recently is that since the most recent lawsuit that we've seen with previous games, there does seem to be a massive turnaround with this. They're working with the community, the transparency is absolutely on point, and even though they can't get some things fixed straight away, they're giving us legitimate dates. Now, obviously, we'll be able to know exactly what their narratives are come August 1st, when apparently we're meant to have an improved fragment farming route and a different way of working that one round for the week 5 update scheduled. We'll see exactly how that one pans out, and if it does pan out, then Nexon may be onto one of the next big looter shooters to come through the mix in the genre. I'm excited to see exactly what they can do, and I think that you guys have nailed this one on the head. I definitely didn't expect this one from Nexon, but I'm so glad that they've taken everything into consideration and are seeming to work with the community to make the next generation of looter shooters. Even though the overall fusion movement needs to be worked on with regards to fragments, and it's due to come August 1st, people still seem to be really gassed up with some of the stuff that they've changed already. The best change in hotfix 1.03 apparently is this right here. Now, as we can see, the inorganic void shards and the organic void shards now have countdown timers on the side of them to show you guys how many you've got versus how many you can get. This is absolutely incredible. It's so damn good, as well as the linked amorphous materials that you can obtain from said void fusion reactor. I think this is a really good quality of life change, and I think that this is going to make a massive difference. It means that farming becomes a lot easier. There's loads more informative information that you guys can get just from hovering over the map and looking for things that you want, and including obviously the directive that you can utilize when trying to farm. I think that this works at tenfold. Absolutely incredible. Next up though, one that actually just made me chuckle, and apparently it made a lot of you chuckle as well, with 1.1 thousand upvotes, is this right here, stating my favourite title. I also see a lot of spreader in creative ways, you dirty little descendants. Share your titles, and I absolutely love this as a demoralised farmer. Emperor Magnus, you absolutely smashed this title out of the park, because that one labels pretty much most of the community right now. I love to see it, but there are some things that we do need to see within the game. This next one actually is absolutely an amazing idea, and something that isn't really an idea they've come up with, but is something that we have already seen throughout the trailers so far, and would be absolutely amazing if they could interpret this in a way, shape or form. This says, Dear Magnum Studio, where are the in-world Colossus encounters? They looked so amazing in the trailers. Void intercepts are bland in comparison. Now I could not agree more. We have all of the Void intercept battles all in the same sort of stadium that's been cryogenically built and virtually made, and they just aren't actually real. It's almost like they've captured them and they are just bringing them back out for these Void intercept battles in the same generic background that just gets boring to fight in. Having a bit more of an open world aspect with the Colossus encounters would be incredible, even if they just plonked them in certain servers in the middle, and then when you jumped into the intercept battles were actually around some decent level of environment rather than just that bland grey place that virtually generates it. I think that having it in the world makes it a lot more lived in, it makes it a lot more immersive, it makes it a lot more interactive, and gives you guys a little bit more to fight round if we actually have some terrain to maneuver through. For me, this is probably the biggest key feature when it comes to this, because the bosses are quite a big part of this game, and if you can interpret that into the main story world, this would be an absolute game changer. Hopefully they do take this one in told, and it seems like a lot of you guys want this as well, with nearly 1,000 upvotes on this post. It's definitely an interesting feat, but this one right here seems to take the cake. To the developers, if you're reading this, please change the paint system. Now, as you guys may be aware, as of right now, you have one usage paint system purchasing. What I mean by that is you will buy a spray that you can utilize on one skin for one character. Now, you can take that off of one part of that skin and put it onto a different part of that skin, but as an overall, you're buying one color for one piece on that skin. This is becoming a little bit tedious for a lot of people, as at 25 caliber seems to add up when you guys want to mess around with the colorization and customization of said Descendants. The way that this one wants to be operated is you purchase a color and that palette stays in your inventory, meaning that you can use that color across numerous Descendants, so on and so forth. The problem is some games have utilized this paint system, and it seems to be quite a decent money maker for the companies and developers and publishers in toll. This will be a feature that they probably won't bring through unless we really kick off about it. The main reason for this one is it actually does hold, even though 25 caliber is not a lot of money inside. What this will do is it will be a consistent feature of money that people are guaranteed to get through, so that the developers are making some sort of an income from this. This sort of stuff is okay in my personal opinion, as long as any content that comes forward is free of charge. Based on the way that these looter shooters generally tend to work, we have DLCs and attached files and storyline adjustments, and they will be charged for on those DLCs. If they make the DLCs and downloadable content all completely free of charge, I don't mind painting and spraying and paying for that root cause, because over the year I'm probably not going to spend more than if they were to actually release paid DLCs. That's my personal opinion on the matter, although if they do release a DLC or any additional content and charge you for it each season, seems to be a paid out function, then this could become a bit of a problem and something that people may not enjoy. The problem is they're quite short-sighted on this basis, and everybody just wants to add in a different paint system so they don't have to pay more out. But this is a free-to-play game, and you are not having to buy skins or buy characters. You don't have to do any of that sort of stuff. So the paint system is pretty much the only way that they have to be able to really push forward a little bit of funding towards the paint customization. That's my personal opinion on it. That's my personal take on it. You guys may not agree with it, and I'm sure the comment section will roast me for it heavily, but I think that this could become a quite credential feature for us getting free DLCs. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. If you haven't already, smash that like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on, and make sure you get involved with the giveaway. You've got nothing to lose. It's just a cherry emoji. Thanks again for watching. Appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the clouds.